Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing my first ever of this year fall makeup look, and I had to make it a little bit witchy, a little spooky, and I decided to wear my Salem, Massachusetts sweatshirt. And I am so excited that it is the fall season. We carved pumpkins a couple weeks ago. We went apple picking. We've been doing a lot of fun fall activities. Halloween is right around the corner. I do not know what I'm being, if I'm even going to be doing anything this year, which is crazy. I was so inspired by all of the fall colors, and I also just picked up this new Natasha Denona palette, and all of these fall colors literally spoke to me. So that is kind of why we have this dark, grungy halo eye going on, but I hope that you guys enjoy it. It is a voiceover, which I haven't done in a while, so it's not going to be as boring, and it's going to be a little bit quicker than when I normally sit and chat with you guys. If you guys have not subscribed, definitely click the button down there and join the family. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if we love makeup tutorials, because I want to like kind of do more of them, but if you guys want to see less makeup tutorials, then just let me know, but I'm here for the makeup. So without further ado, here is how I achieved this makeup look. My dog is literally running around upstairs, so before he destroys my house, I should probably go get him. So enjoy, guys. I guess we should just jump straight into this tutorial. And I'm going to be using the MAC Strobe Cream, and I'm going to be applying this all over my face. It is dry season, people. If you have dry skin, you are really going to be needing some hydration. So I am applying this primer all over my skin just to give me some boost for hydration. And then I'm also going to be applying the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I definitely, during this time of the year, do not recommend going in with mattifying foundations. Even if you have like normal skin, I feel like if you don't exfoliate regularly, it will pick up every dry patch on your face. So I'm taking the Morphe Highlight and Contour Sponge, and I'm going around my face. Some areas, as you see, I'm pressing the foundation in. I definitely would say that this is a medium to full coverage foundation, but in some areas of my face where I have a little bit of redness or I have a blemish or something, I will go over it and I will push the product into my skin just to build the coverage up a little bit more. I think that this is great for the everyday natural girl. I don't think it's crazy amount of coverage. So if you want to try it, it's expensive though. Now we're going to be using the CoverGirl Undercover Concealer. If you guys love the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, but you know you can't really afford it, or you know you've, I don't know, ran out and don't want to repurchase, this is such a good dupe for that. I swear. The applicator is the same. The coverage is the same. Literally everything is the same besides the price tag. It's literally half the price. And I have been obsessed. I've been using it for probably a couple of months. I don't know if you guys have seen in my other tutorials, but it's literally my favorite concealer of all time. So I'm going to still take this Morphe Highlight and Contour Sponge and buff this all into my skin. As you saw, I did highlight my face. I also did an extra step and applied it underneath my contour. I just wanted to have a little bit of brightness underneath where we're going to bronze. I just think it's going to give a little bit more of a pop. But I also think I needed just a little bit more coverage under there. So make sure also when you're blending your foundation in, take your time. I like to take my time and go over my skin a couple of times. The sponge really will absorb any of the extra product that is just kind of sitting on your skin. And that's really what's going to make your makeup look super airbrushed, super flawless, and in my opinion, last all day. So I am taking the round end of the sponge and I'm just really buffing underneath my eye. I like to go over it 1, 2, or 3 times, just depending, because I really want to make sure it is smooth and it's not settling into any of my fine lines. That's important because, you know, a girl's getting old. Now we're going to be taking the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. Yes, you guys are probably wondering, why are you applying another concealer if the CoverGirl one is your favorite? I really just like this one for a little bit of added highlight. It is a little bit of a lighter color, but it doesn't give you too much coverage. That's what I really like about it. If you're someone who's natural, this would be probably a more viable option for you. It is super, I would say, light coverage, someone who's a little bit more natural. I'll wear it on days where I don't like to wear as much makeup, which is great. But I also like to layer it underneath my eye too because it's a little bit more hydrating than the CoverGirl one. So I'm kind of just trying to, make sure my under eyes don't look crusty because your girl, like I said, is getting a little bit older and needs a little bit of help. So I also am going to use this concealer as my eyeshadow primer. I've done this time and time again. I really don't even believe in eyeshadow priming. Honestly, concealers are the way to go. It's what really lasts so much better for me. The shadows show up so much better, and I really honestly don't have any creasing going on. Now we're going to set everything into place with the CoverGirl Trublend Minerals Translucent Powder. So we're going to be taking it on the sponge, and I'm going to start with my under eyes so I can set that into place before we move forward and it kind of settles in my fine lines. So I like to use a sponge better than using a brush because this really does mold the foundation, concealer, powder, all of it together. It really does make my skin look super airbrushed, super smooth. It makes my pores look extremely small, and my makeup lasts so much longer throughout the day than if my powder is sitting on top of foundation, which is sitting on top of concealer. Now we're going to contour our face, and we're using the Anastasia contour kit. Please don't judge me. Mine's a little messed up. And we're going to be making a fish face and going in with this Morphe brush. I will have it listed down below if you guys are curious to know what it is. I love this for bronzing my skin. It really is so easy. It is so big, so fat. That's what she said. And it really just does do my bronzer in probably 3 seconds flat. I pretty much have a huge face. I would say so. Like, I would say I have a pretty big face, but this brush gets this contouring, bronzing, whatever you want to call it, literally in like 2 seconds flat. And I really can control the way that it goes on because it's kind of like a paddle shaped form, which I love. Now we're going to be taking a smaller brush. This is from Smith, and this is what I use to kind of quote unquote contour my nose. I don't really contour my nose. I don't really like to. I just think sometimes it looks a little bit extreme, a little bit crazy, and a little bit fake. So I kind of like to just fake it a little bit with this brush and some bronzer, and I will run it along the side kind of to slim it down and make it look like it is a little bit smaller. And I always run it underneath just to kind of give it a lifted appearance. Next, we're going to be taking the Too Faced Natural Face Palette and this bottom middle shade, which is the blush I'm going to use. I love this palette. I got it in my BoxyCharm, which I said in, I think, my last video or 2 videos ago. I am obsessed with it. I literally cannot stop using this. I think all the blushes are really nice and, they're just gorgeous. Like, you guys need it if you don't have it. Now we're going to move on to these nasty, disgusting brows, and by the power of movie magic, here we are. Brows done. Now I'm going to zoom you guys in, and we're going to be going in with the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. This is beautiful for fall, and I'm going to be taking this first shade, which is this yellow shade, at the top of the palette on a Sigma. I think this is an E40. And let's just say my first impressions on this palette were nothing but good. It is so pigmented, so blendable. I can't say a bad thing about this palette. I was expecting a little bit of like turbulence, especially because like a yellow shade has never been this good for me, and it's beautiful. Now I'm going to be going in with the shade Jasper, which is the bottom orange shade, and we're going to be using a fluffier brush from Sigma also. And as you guys saw from the intro, we are doing a halo eye, so I'm just pressing this on the outer corner. And once I have nothing left on the brush, I kind of just buff out the edges. And let me just say, this orange shade was probably the best orange shade I've ever used. First of all, it's super pigmented. Second off, it literally blended so easy. I barely did a thing. Barely. So how a halo eye works is we do inner corner and outer corner. Me, please don't do what I did. I use this huge brush for the inner corner of my eye. I definitely recommend using a smaller one, but I was lazy and didn't want to go upstairs and go find a brush that would work and be more suitable for this. So I just used a big brush, but as you guys see, it clearly did work out. So what I do is I kind of blend it just a little bit higher. As you see, we're doing a halo eye, so it's dark in the inner, light in the outer, and dark in, I don't even know what I'm saying, guys, please. It's 8 o'clock at night. Leave me alone. Next, we're going to be taking the Clove shade also on a pencil brush. And now we're going to be darkening up these inner corner and outer corners. I know, I think I forgot that I was filming a tutorial and the palette literally kept getting in the way until I noticed and I had to move it down. So just bear with me, guys, okay? Bear with me. I love how this shadow blended. As you see, I'm really not putting that much work into making these shadows be blendable. I'm not putting that much work into making them be pigmented. They're really just blending together all on their own. This palette literally speaks to me. It is all warms. It is all oranges. It's amazing. It's expensive, but amazing. Now we're going to be taking this highlighty shade and we're going to be applying this in the center of the lid. So, like I was trying to say before, a halo eye is dark on the outside, light in the middle, dark on the inside. So I like to take this a little bit farther. I like to make it a little bit wider than I would even like it. And then I will go over it with the brush and just blend it in. Halo eyes, I think, are a little bit hard to do to get like a seamless blend. But what I'm going to do is just take that same brush and kind of just dust over where those two shadows meet so there isn't such a harsh line. Now we're going to be taking these LillyLashes in the style Mykonos. I have been obsessed with LillyLashes lately. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. I literally have 3 pairs. They are expensive, but they are so worth the money. So now we're just moving on to the lower eyes, lower part of the eyes. Guys, please, literally, I'm like dying over here. And we're just buffing it out like we normally would, taking all the shades that we used in the top of the eye and using them in the bottom of my eye. This is almost over. Please bear with me, guys. I am like exhausted, but I'm making this work. So now we're going to be applying some mascara on the lower lash line just to finish the whole entire eye look off. I am obsessed with how this came out. It's literally gorgeous. Like, hello, how are you? Now we're taking my favorite highlight of the moment, and this is the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in Flexitarian. I showed you guys this in my new haul. If you guys haven't seen it, that'll be up above, whatever. And I'm obsessed. These are so strange to me. Like they are like wet but dry. It's so hard to explain. But then we're going to be taking our last and final step, which is going to be our lip. And we are using a dark lip today. I really was, a little ballsy on deciding to pair like a bold lip with a bold eye. But let me tell you, we did it, girl, and we're all here for it. Sometimes you got to have like some balls, I know you guys feel me. So that is all. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye, guys.